Hello everybody, I'm Ernest. So I'm here today to talk about my 2024 Tucson, Hyundai Tucson, and my car camping setup. I just did a 3,300 mile trip, mostly in the Southwest. I did go up to Utah, and you can see those videos of all the places that I stayed at and hiked and visited and stuff like that. But today we're going to talk about the Tucson itself and my setup. So one of the things I bought is these custom fit covers to shield, to give you some privacy. And I did use it the first night or two. And then I realized something. It was like I can't see where out in the front, and if I were to drive out in an emergency, I wouldn't be able to just drive off. So I came up with this plan. I hang this blanket over the front seats. This gives me enough privacy, and I can look over the top of the blanket to see what's going on. And if I needed to get out of there, like an emergency or something, I could just pull the blanket off and crawl to the front seat and drive off, because I wouldn't have any of those shields up. So I did that the first two nights, and then I realized, you know what, I like this setup better. And so I can just pull out, and I don't have to pull the covers out or anything. I can just drive the car out of whatever location is at. Now for the back windows and the back passenger doors, I bought these screens. And what's good about these screens is my windows are tinted, and these are tinted, and you really can't see inside too much, but I could have my windows open, and that would allow some air in there. But later on at night it would get cold. But at the beginning of the night, on some of the nights, it was pretty warm, and I wanted some ventilation. Speaking of ventilation, I have this fan right here, and this fan also has a light and is a fan, and it worked really good. And when I would travel, I would have it plugged into a USB, so it would be charging up as I drove. And that worked really well. It's really quiet. Now, I bought this mattress from Amazon. I think I paid around $70 for it. The only gripe I would have it's not quite wide enough. I should have bought one that went all the way across, because my arms kind of flopped off the side. But other than that, it was quite comfortable. So I really didn't have any big need for a huge power source, so I just bought this little battery, and it also is a light, quite bright actually. And I used it primarily to charge up my phone, and I kept it plugged into this 12-volt lighter back here, and that kept it charged. But I did have a backup. I had this 20-watt solar panel, but I never used it because I was traveling so much that the battery always stayed up charged, and that battery could charge up my phone very easily and still have a lot of power left over. So it was actually more power than I was using. And I would keep the fan, the solar battery, and my phone plugged in when I was traveling, and the car would charge up all those items. And I never really ran out of battery or had a need to use the solar panel or anything, but I had it just in case. So the only thing that wasn't really covered was the back windshield, and these little side windows, which I like them open so I could peek out. But what I did, since I wasn't using the front shield anymore on the windshield, I used it on the back windshield, and it covered it fairly good. Not completely, but it was good enough. Now, as far as the bedding, I had some more blankets than what I have right here. I had a pillow and whatnot, and with the fan and everything, it was dropped down to in the 60s at most places that where I was staying at. So it was quite comfortable, and it was only hot during the first hour or two of the night. Yeah, if I was gonna spend more time like in a remote location, like out in BLM land, or out, where I'm gonna be stationed for a day or two, then I probably would either got an ice chest or one of those 12-volt refrigerators. Then I would need a bigger battery and solar and all that kind of stuff. But I never found a need for that, since I was traveling probably over 300 miles a day, and every night I was at a different location. So all my power needs were supplied by the car, really. And and as far as food goes, I would get up, because I was sleeping at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, and other locations in town. I never slept like remotely. If I was out remotely, then maybe I would need those kind of things, but I never did, and it worked out really great. I had a lot of fun. I did 3,300 miles, and you'll see the videos that I did before this video. There's about 6 or 7 videos that I made of all the different locations, and it worked out real great. So, and the Hyundai worked out really good. I kept tabs on it. I was averaging about 30 miles to the gallon, going from 75 to 80 miles an hour. Well, at least through Utah, because they had a lot of high-speed roads there. It did really good. I checked the oil levels. It never went down. So it wasn't burning no oil. And everything worked out real great. So that's my car camping setup that I did for my 2025 car road trip. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.